Starts.
Hello guys. So today I have come up with another data sufficiency problem, another tricky question, and I have my student Jijil with me. Hello Jijil.
Hello.
All right. So let's start with this question. Let me read it out for you. Two missiles are launched simultaneously. Missile 1 launches at a speed of x miles per hour. Okay. Increasing its speed by a factor of square root of x every 10 minutes. So that after 10 minutes, its speed is x into root x. After 20 minutes, its speed is x square and so forth. Now, missile 2 launches at a speed of y miles per hour, doubling its speed every 10 minutes. After 1 hour, is the speed of missile 1 greater than that of missile 2? All right. So your question is the speed of, let's say, speed of missile 1 is greater than the speed of missile 2? That's your question. Right, Jiju?
That's right.
All right. So now let's first talk about missile 1, okay, and see what we have understood. So it says that missile 1, its speed, the speed at the time of the launch is x miles per hour. Okay. So increasing speed by a factor of root x every 10 minutes. Okay. And your question is, actually I should add this point as well, that is after 1 hour. Okay, it's a very important thing. After 1 hour, speed of missile 1 greater than the speed of missile 2. So now if the starting speed is x miles per hour, Jijil, what do you think? What will be the speed of the missile 1 after 1 hour?
You
Since
need
it's
to keep
increasing?
multiplying root x every 10 minutes. That means 6 times you need to multiply root x.
Good. Very nice. So if you're confused, what we can do is we can simply draw a table. So let's say between 0 to 10, what is the speed here? Between 0 to 10, the speed is x miles per hour. Then between 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and then the speed at 60 plus minutes, right? So if the starting speed is x between 0 to 10, what would be the speed? Does it make sense, Gigi, by the way?
Yeah, it does. It does. Next
Great.
one will be
So
x
next,
root x.
right, x root x. How about between 20 and 30?
X root x, that will be just x into x, that will be x square.
X square, very nice. Between 30 to 40?
X square root x.
Between 40 to 50, it will be
X to the power
x
3.
square root x. Exactly. Then between 50 to 60, it will be
X cube
u
root
root
x.
x. And after 1 hour, that is 60 plus, the speed is going to be
X to the 4.
x raised to 4. Right, guys?
Yes.
Similarly, we can also, yeah. Now, if you look at here in the question, missile 2 launches at a speed of y miles per hour, doubling its speed every 10 minutes, right? So we also have to find out the speed of the missile 2 after 1 hour, right? So you're given that the speed of this missile y, is y miles per hour. So what would be the speed at between 10 to 20 minutes?
2y?
2y, because it is doubling itself, right? Similarly, between 20 to 30?
2 square y.
2 square y. Great. Now doubling again, so between 30 to 40?
2 to the 3y.
Between 40 to 50?
2 to the 4y.
Between 50 to 60?
2 to the 5y and 2 to the 6y.
2 to the 6y, right? So now, can we rephrase this question? Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you rephrase this question here. So if we rephrase this question, we get is x to the power 4 greater than 2 to the power 6y. Makes sense? So now it is, I think, much easier to think
That's right.
in terms of, okay, so now you can think in terms of xy. So it's very important for you to rephrase the question if it is not clear enough or it is not in terms of any variable, especially if the variables are given to you. You're dealing with the variables.
That's
All
right.
right.
That's right.
So that way it is giving you more clarity. All right. So now let's go to statement 1. So your statement 1 here is x is equal to square root y. Right. So what should we do? Okay, let's simplify it first. Difficult to think in terms of square root. Let's get rid of that. Let's square both the sides. So when I square both the sides,
X square is equal to y.
exactly. So you will get x square is equal to y. Now what do? We have to
compare it with the question. We have x to the power 4.
Exactly. So in the question, can I plug in the value of y in terms of x square?
Sure.
Okay, so let's plug in the value of y in the question and see what happens. So when you plug in the value, you'll get x raised to 4 is greater than 2 raised to 6 into the value of y is x square. X square. What else can we do? Let's divide both sides by x square.
Right.
Simplify it further. So you will have x square is greater than 2 raised to 6.
Right.
But right. So if this is the case, this is what will happen. But this is still a question mark.
Right.
Do you think it solves your problem? Does it answer your question?
No, we need to know what was x. So
exactly. You don't get a definite yes or a definite no, right? Since we
right.
don't know any the values of x and y, so we clearly have no idea,
Right.
right? Whether this is correct or not.
We
So
don't know.
insufficient, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is insufficient. So what happens when this is insufficient, guys? See, if your statement 1 is insufficient, clearly you get rid of this option.
A goes
Right.
and D goes.
Right, and D. One is enough alone and second is enough. So even D goes, right? So now you're left with B, C, and E. All right. Now let's go to second statement. It says x is greater than 8. So now we are going to forget about this. Okay, just forget. Erase it from your memory. You haven't done anything. So now just let's focus on the question stem and the statement. So you will have x. So you're given x is greater than 8. All right. Does it help?
No, we don't know anything about y.
Exactly. It tells us nothing about the relationship between x and y. So definitely not sufficient, right?
Right.
So what do we do next?
We can club the information from the both.
Exactly.
We can eliminate C, maybe. No, we can eliminate B.
You can eliminate B, right? So now you're left with this. Either both the statements sufficient together or both the statements are not sufficient even when taken together. These are the only two options we're left with.
Right.
Right. So let's club them together. Right. So when you club them together, what do you think? Now, is this sufficient?
We could substitute a couple of values in the previous one.
See, Jijal, see, if you look at the statement 1, what do you get? You actually rephrased your question, right? According to this, so this means that x squared is greater than 2 raised to 6, right? Let's simplify it. Okay, so let's take square root of both sides. So what you will get? X is greater than 2 raised to 3. So this is how you could rephrase your question using statement 1. Now we are going to use this both the information that we got from both the statements. So now second statement says, in order for this to be true,
Yeah.
what should happen? So now this is how we rephrase the question. Now statement 2 kind of it validates our intuition. It says yes.
Yes. Yes.
X is
Absolutely.
actually greater than 8, right?
Yes.
So when you take them together, you will see that this is actually, both the statements are actually sufficient to answer this question.
That's correct.
Correct?
Makes sense.
Correct?
Makes sense.
Great. So your option is going to be, you need both statement. That means your answer is going to be C here. All right.
Got it.
Thank you guys. Hope this helped.
Thanks.